Let's continue with the registers. So we're gonna npm run dev so we can open both the backend and the front end at the same time. Okay, so now we're gonna be working with the extra reducers and the AuthSlice. So let me close this one, and we are gonna go into the extra reducer. So we have here that we have set it to an error function, and now we're gonna have what we call the builder. Okay, so this is the front end. Let me move it right here, and now we are gonna have in the builder. Okay, so we're gonna have in the builder, we're gonna have in the is fulfill, is pending, is error. Okay, so this is the localhost 3000, we have the login, and we have the register. Yeah, everything is fine. Okay, so we have the, as an argument, we have this builder, and we are gonna have we're gonna put it like that, and we are gonna be using this builder. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this, builder, and now we're gonna be adding our cases. So we're gonna have our add, well, that add case, and let me see this one, so we can move it maybe like that, 1 2 3, like this, fine. So we are gonna have let me see, this one closes here, and yeah, so we're gonna have this builder, we're gonna have the add case, so, and then we're gonna have the register that pending. Okay, so we have the state, we're gonna open curly brace, and here we're gonna have the state that is loading, and we're gonna set it to true. That's fine. And let me see, so we have the state that is loading, we are setting it to true, and here, yeah, we can delete this like that, save it like this, and we are gonna have now the another add case, but this one maybe let's move it right here. Yeah, that's fine, and we can put it another one, and this one would be the add case. Again, is a register, and this is a fulfill. As you can see, let me see what it was, we can leave it like that. As you can see right here, we're using register. Why? Because that is the name of our function. We have this, the name of the function is register, so we're using that. Let me put it like that. So we're gonna have the register that fulfill, comma, as a second argument we're gonna have state and action, and also we're gonna have an error function. Okay, let me put it like that. So we are gonna have in the add case register that fulfill, second argument state comma action, and then in the curly brace we're gonna have a state that is loading. Well, if it's fulfilled, then the state that loading is gonna be false. Okay, a state that is success and is fulfilled, then this one is gonna be true. Then we're gonna have the state that user, and we're gonna set it to the action that payload. That's fine. So we have, so far we have two, we have the pending and the fulfill. So now what we need is the rejected if something goes wrong. So let me move this one here, and let me see. So we are gonna have right here, and yeah, we're gonna have the at that case register that rejected. Again, we're gonna have a state comma action, and now we are gonna have state that is loading. Since it's rejected, it's gonna be false. State that is error, then is true because it's a rejected. State that message, we're gonna have that action, that payload, and the state that user, we are setting it to null. Okay, and let me put, okay, so now, okay, so we have finished our register that pending, register that fulfill, and register that rejected. Okay, so again, and the pending, when the state is loading, we just set it to true. That's the reason we only use the state. But when we have fulfill and rejected, we use the state and action. So, well, here true. When it's fulfilled, when it's state that is success, we set it to true, and the rejected, when the state that is error, we set it to true. Okay, so, and then the state that message for the rejected, we set it to the action, that payload, and the state that user, when in the fulfill, we set it to the action, that payload. Okay, so everything is fine. As you can see, we don't have any errors. So if you had any errors, for example, you make sure that in the, when we are in the AuthSlice, we have the CreateSlice, and then we open parentheses, and then we open curly brace. So this is the opening parentheses, and at the end we have the closing parentheses with the closing curly brace that it goes from here. So pretty much that's what we have for the AuthSlice. So now what we need to do is we can go, let me see if this doesn't throw us any error. So we can go into our register page. We are still in the front end. So let me see, sources, pages, we need to go into the register. And what happened here? Okay, so we have imported the use state and the use effect. The use effect, we still don't use it, but here we are gonna import. So we are gonna import, and we can put it like this. Yeah, we need to import the use selector and the use dispatch. Okay, so we're gonna import it from React-Redux. That's fine. We need to import that. We need to also import the use navigate, and this use navigate we imported from the React routed down, as well as also the toast. So we need to import the toast from the React Toastify. That's fine. So, and in order to use the React Toastify, we need to close this one, and we need to go into the app.js. So if we go into the app.js, we need to bring it. So we need to go right here. And what is the head? Yeah, we can just go right here and import the toast container. So import curly braces, and we need to import the, let me see, yeah, the toast container, and this is gonna be from the React Toastify. That's fine. We have the header, the dashboard, the login, and the register. Everything is fine. So in order to use the toast container, what we need to do is we need to go below the router. Okay, so we have the, let me see, yeah, we have the router, and this is the header, and let me see, we can just go right here, yeah, and pretty much put the toast container. It has to be outside of the router. Okay, so let me see if everything is fine. Yeah, everything is fine so far. So we have the toast container, and yeah, so the only thing that we need to do is go back to the register and import the functions that we have created. So the register and the reset, for example, we're gonna bring it. So we're gonna import pretty much the register and the reset functions from the AuthSlice. So we're gonna bring it from the features and from the auth folder. So we're bringing the register. So this is the register function. So this is the register function right here, And also we have the reset. So as you can see, the reset is over here, is inside of the reducer.